Tonight's story is one of the most disturbing modern tragedies you'll ever hear. A young mother searching for stability. A man she believed was heaven sent. A rushed marriage, a sudden illness, and a disappearance so perfectly executed, it still confuses investigators today. This is the heartbreaking true story of Miranda and the mysterious Facebook stranger who called himself Jude. Miranda was just 25. A single mother raising her beautiful 3-year-old daughter. Life hadn't been kind to her. Her first pregnancy had ended in abandonment. Her baby's father walked out and never looked back. But despite everything, she was strong. She was warm. She loved deeply. And she wanted to believe that someday, somewhere, someone would love her the same way. Her friends often told her, "Miranda, take your time. Don't rush. The right man will come." And she listened. She wasn't desperate. She wasn't reckless. She was careful. So when a friend request appeared from a man claiming to be a UK-based nurse, she didn't jump. She didn't fall instantly. She watched. She observed. She waited. His profile was neat and professional. Pictures in scrubs. Photos with patience. A clean, consistent timeline. He called himself Jude. He was soft-spoken, respectful, attentive. The kind of man who asked how her daughter was doing before he asked about her. For 6 months they talked, morning, afternoon, night, texting, calling, video chatting. He said all the right things, but never in the way that felt pushy. He told her he grew up in the same country as her. That he'd moved to the UK years ago for work. That he wanted to settle down. He admired her strength as a single mom. Miranda told him clearly, "I'm not rushing into anything. If you're serious, you'll meet my family and follow the proper traditions." And he agreed. He respected her boundaries. Or at least he pretended to. He promised he'd come home in 3 months to meet her family. Miranda was cautious, but hopeful. But that hope would soon turn into confusion. One afternoon, just 1 month after their conversation, Miranda's phone rang. It was Jude. But this time, his voice was excited. "I'm in the country," he said. "I came early. I wanted to surprise you." Miranda froze. This wasn't the plan. But he sounded so genuine, so in love. He said he booked a room at a well-known hotel, the Royal Palm. He asked her to meet him. Just the two of them. Miranda, still cautious, asked, "Can I bring my friends?" A simple, smart safety measure. But Jude said no. He insisted it should be private. He wanted their first meeting to be intimate and special, he said. It was the first red flag. But love makes you rationalize what shouldn't be rationalized. And Miranda, who had spent months getting to know this man, finally agreed. The first meeting felt warm at first. He looked exactly like his photos. His smile matched the one she'd seen on video calls. He hugged her tightly, said he missed her, and said he'd been thinking about this moment for months. But soon, his behavior shifted. He tried to sleep with her. Miranda refused, firmly. She reminded him. No intimacy until marriage. You promised. For 3 days, he insisted. He pushed. He begged. Every visit to the hotel became a cycle. Small talk, affection, pressure, disappointment. Finally, Miranda got angry. She stopped coming. For the next 3 days, she ignored his calls, his messages, his apologies. Then one day, he showed up, pleading. He said he was sorry. He said he understood. He said he was ready to meet her family. It was the apology she'd been hoping for, and the commitment she needed. But this apology wasn't genuine. It was strategic. When Jude met her family, he was charming, polite, confident. He shook hands, spoke respectfully, did everything right. Miranda's uncle gave him the list for their traditional wedding. He smiled and said, "I only have 3 weeks before I return to work in the UK. Can we do the wedding quickly?" Her family was hesitant. Her mother felt uneasy. But Jude was persuasive. He promised a stable future, a life in the UK, and opportunities for Miranda and her daughter. And so, the wedding was rushed. Within a week, Miranda was a married woman. She was glowing, hopeful, ready to start a new chapter. Their wedding night was peaceful. And he repeated the same promise. "As soon as I return, I'll start your paperwork. Both you and your daughter will join me." She believed him. But the next part of the story, no one could have imagined. He was supposed to leave in a week. But then he claimed something urgent came up. He had to leave immediately. Miranda offered to take him to the airport. A normal thing for a wife to do. But he refused. He said the flight was too early. That he didn't want to disturb her sleep. That he'd call her as soon as he landed. He left that night. And that was the last time she ever saw him. 3 days later, Miranda fell sick. At first it looked like a pregnancy. Vomiting, weakness, nausea. But the pregnancy test was negative. A week later, things escalated. She began vomiting thick, yogurt-like substances. Her stomach swelled unnaturally. Doctors said it wasn't pregnancy, wasn't infection, wasn't anything they could explain. Her mother panicked. Miranda visited hospital after hospital. Every scan came back clean. Every test said she was fine. But she wasn't fine. She was deteriorating, fast. Then something else happened. Jude's social media accounts disappeared. Deleted. Wiped clean. The people he introduced as his family? Gone. Phone numbers are dead. Profiles erased. It was like he, and everyone connected to him, had never existed. Miranda was taken to pastors, to prayer houses, to traditional healers. Nobody could help. Nobody could understand what was happening to her. Her body kept swelling. Her pain kept increasing. Doctors were helpless. And eventually, Miranda died. A beautiful 25-year-old mother, gone. And the man she loved, vanished without a trace. So what really happened? Did Jude poison her? Use her for ritual purposes? Was he part of a larger network of scammers? A trafficker? A professional con artist? Or was this the work of something darker, something supernatural, something no one has been able to name? Until today, no one has found him. No airport record. No new accounts. No movement. Nothing. Miranda's daughter is now 4 years old, being raised by her grandmother, who is now a single mother again, just like Miranda once was. A repeating cycle of heartbreak, passed from one generation to the next, and all because of a man who appeared from nowhere, loved her just enough to gain her trust, and disappeared the moment her life started falling apart. What do you think happened to Miranda? Was this an elaborate scam? A ritual killing? A medical condition no doctor could recognize? Or something far more terrifying? Please let me know what you think in the comments. If you want more real-life cases like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Stay safe, stay cautious, and remember, sometimes the biggest danger is the person who seems perfect.